Good afternoon. I'm Hank Zemla, founder and president of smallcapengine.com, and we're very excited about bringing you our first installment of Motion Inside the Company. I'm sitting today with President and CEO Rick Michael of Black Dragon Resource Group. Good afternoon, Rick.
Hi, Frank. Good to see you this morning.
Thank you, sir. First thing I'd like to ask you about is how did Black Dragon Resource Group get started? What's your vision, and where is this company headed in the near future?
In late 2004, we decided that we should take our oil and gas properties and put them into a public vehicle. So we put them into Black Dragon Resource Companies, Inc. So in early 2005, we absorbed about 300 wells that had previously belonged to Wildridge Production, and a little bit later in the year, we picked up another 800 wells that had belonged to Petrol Industries, all here in the Pine Island field in Caddo Parish, Louisiana, all within very short radius of where we're sitting today, our offices in Oil City. Those properties have about 1,000 wells total, and about 320 of them are producing oil and gas on a daily basis today. We're adding to that at the rate of about 28 to 35 a month, depending on which ones go quickly and which ones go more slowly. We're doing about 6,000 barrels a month from those properties right now, and we're adding therefore about 900 to 1,000 barrels a month to those particular properties that were the foundation of Black Dragon Resources.
All right, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Black Dragon Resource Group acquisitions, the ones you've made and the ones you're currently looking at?
Sure. As I say, at the end of 2005, we had about 1,000 wells here in the Pine Island region, right around Oil City, Louisiana. We started out by purchasing from Gemini Explorations, Inc., 8,000 acres of oil and gas mineral rights beneath Caddo Lake. Property there was developed by Gulf Oil Company beginning in 1910. As we've taken it over, we had about 12 wells that were producing some oil and gas when we did that. We've done rehabilitation work, and we've done some mechanical repairs to other wells that existed on the lake. We've got about 19 producing right now, and they produce between 1,500 and 2,000 barrels of oil a month. And in the immediate future, we're beginning a drilling program in the lake. We anticipate that the first well is going to be spudded, first new well is going to be spudded by the end of this month of October. We've got 4 that we have permits for, and we anticipate drilling 2 new wells a month from here on out as part of our program. And we anticipate that those new Paluxy wells should average 900 to 1,000 barrels of oil per month each going forward. So we look for some big increases in production from the Caddo Lake properties this year. Since the Caddo Lake acquisition, we've also been acquiring properties in Hoston Field. Hoston is about 10 miles north of where we're sitting, and we've acquired about 120 wells in that area. We have about 80 of those producing oil right now today. We'll be putting the rest of them online as we go forward between now and the end of the year. And the ones that are producing are doing about 2,000, 2,400 barrels of oil per month. We expect that to continue to increase along with other increases in our production.
Rick, tell us a little bit about the Arcana project.
Okay. The Arcana field is in Bossier Parish, Louisiana. It's about 20 miles north of where we're sitting today, just inside the Arkansas line. The Arcana field has 2 deep wells that have been out of production for some time. They were drilled in 1981 and 1982. We're doing what needs to be done to re-equip them, put them back into production, reconnect them to the gas sales pipeline. We think that conservatively we should do 50 barrels a day of oil or condensate, and we should do somewhere in the neighborhood of 750,000 cubic feet of gas a day from those wells. So that should be another very profitable area for Black Dragon Resources.
All right, basically what we'd love to let you know, the investment community out there, and I'm sure you're wanting to know, Rick, why don't you let us know exactly the status of the audit and where Black Dragon is headed with that?
Well, as I showed you this morning, we've got 3 people working full-time getting everything together. You've seen all the papers all over the place. What we've really done is redesigned and put together a record-keeping system that will serve us, we hope, for a long time into the future. So it's not just the accounting system that gets us from our service company to our operating company to Black Dragon Resources on a well-by-well basis, but it's also our record keeping in terms of our title records and our title files, our acquisition files for each thing that we do. And while we've done that and reported that on a regular basis as we've done these things, we're just now getting to a place where we have a system that we can count on going forward, so that an auditor or third party can come in, find everything that they would be looking for, and be able to certify to the world that we are who we say we are, and we're doing what we say we're doing. When we're through in the very, very immediate future, we will have 2004 and 2005 audited, and we'll have records that have been reviewed by the auditor for the first 3 quarters of 2006, and we'll be ready to do an audit very, very quickly after the end of the close of our fiscal year, December 31st, 2006.
Well, I actually had the privilege of coming out here to Oil City, Louisiana, and meeting with Rick and the team about 2 years ago when the company was really first starting to get rolling, and it's moved by leaps and bounds. There's people running all over the offices. The audits are getting done. People are out in the fields. We're going to take you, the investor, out there and show you exactly what is going on here at Black Dragon Resource Group, and we're really excited about that. I will be going out on site, on location, showing you now with President Rick Michael. Thank you so much for your time today, Rick.
No problem, Hank.
We'll see you out there.
This is we're at the USAB lease in Pine Island Field, Caddo Parish, Louisiana, which is right on the north shore of Caddo Lake. This is the number 8 well, and this is our workover pulling unit that's working on it. What the guys have done today is this is a well that has 1.5 inch tubing that we produce through. They're pulling that tubing. They're going to clean out the bottom of the well. They're going to replace the equipment at the bottom of the well and put it back together again and put it back into production. We're going to run some acid in this one to clean out the perforations at the bottom of the well, and probably by the end of the day tomorrow they'll have all of this work done. They'll move off of here and move to one of our other wells to do similar work.
Rick, I'd like you to explain to everybody, basically, it's not the pump size and how it really works in the oil business.
Sure. Where we are right now is we're in front of another well on the USAB lease. You can hear the noise from the rig that we were just looking at a few minutes ago. But this is a pump jack on one of our wells. This is a Nona chalk well. It's about 14 to 1,500 feet deep. And the size of this pumping unit is basically sized to move the amount of fluid that we move from this well on a daily basis. And it's big enough to handle the weight of that string of rods. And if you look over here at this end, this polished rod is the top piece, so it moves up and down easily, but it's attached to a string of rods that go down to the bottom of the well where there's a downhole pump. This well doesn't look very big. Some people think that the size of the rig is the whole thing. It's really a question of how much weight does it have to pull and how hard does it have to work in order to bring the fluid to the surface. We're very shallow here at 1,400 feet, and therefore we don't need a very big rig. We don't need a very big unit. We just need one that's big enough to pump that fluid 1,400 feet to the surface. And that's what we've got here. And this is what the one that they're working on right now will look like tomorrow afternoon when they're finished.
Basically, behind us is Caddo Lake, correct?
That is Caddo Lake. Immediately behind us, you can see the gap in the trees on the shoreline, and you can see the cypress trees that are sticking out from growing from the lake bed. That lake is about somewhere between 10 and 18 feet deep at its deepest spot. It's a recreational lake. There's perch and bass out there, probably an alligator or two, and a lot of water moccasins and cottonmouths. But that's our 8,000 acres that we're going to get a lot of oil and a lot of gas out of over the next couple of years.
And we're going to basically take you guys on a tour right now of a great view of the lake, and Rick's going to really show you what is going on with the Caddo Lake properties. As you can see, we are sweating out here.